Hello everyone, welcome back to All Computer Classes. We are continuing with chapter 11 and this is part 2, right? So these are the two topics that we'll be covering today. Guidelines to make an effective presentation and basic elements of a slide. To make a presentation effective, the first thing that we need to keep in mind is try to keep your presentation simple by using charts which are easy to understand and graphics that reflects what we want to say, right? Next is minimize facts and figures in the slide. We should avoid to include too many figures and numbers to make it simple and convey our idea in a precise manner, right? Then use vibrant colors. You know that a striking color contrast between words, graphics and the background can be very effective in conveying our message. And the fourth point is import images, graphics and videos. You should not be limiting your presentation to the collection of the clip art only that is already provided in the PowerPoint. So what we should do, we should be importing our new images and graphics and videos from the internet and from the other sources to make it more appealing and provide the variety to the audience. Fifth point is edit ruthlessly. It means once we have created our presentations, so now you should be thinking that if you are an audience, how effective it is to you, right? So if you find something unappealing or distracting or confusing, so either just modify it or remove it, right? The top 4 points you should be keeping in mind when you're creating a presentation, right? So when you are making it, then you should be keeping it simple, minimizing facts and figures, using the vibrant colors and import images, graphics and videos, right? Once your presentation is ready, you should edit it. Now these are the 4-5 points that you will be keeping in mind when it is being created. Now the next following points you should be keeping in mind when you are presenting the presentation. The first is hold up your end with convincing material. It means always remember that people do not merely stare at the image that you are tossing on the screen, so they wish to hear you, right? So build a strong PowerPoint presentation, but make sure that your spoken remarks should be appealing to the listeners, right? Next is do not parrot the presentation. It means just you are presenting it, you're just reading it, people are looking at your back, so it is not a effective idea. So the presentation works best with spoken remarks that arguments and discuss what is present on the screen. Next, when you're presenting when your presentation is going on, make sure that you make a eye contact with the audience, right? Then time your remarks. So you should have a proper timing that when and which remark you want to give at which time, right? So proper care should be taken while giving the remarks. Next is making a powerful first impression. So if you are giving a presentation for the first time, plan the opening of your presentation precisely, then use small notes, keep minimum technical information. If you are keeping too much technical information and people are layman who are listening you, they won't be interested in that, right? So grab the attention of your audience with jokes, interesting facts, examples from day-to-day life, short anecdotes, a quotation, a positive remark, or using a stimulating questions, etc. Right? So that makes a good first impression. Making a effective presentation and presenting it effectively both plays to make a powerful first impression, right? So keeping these points in mind will make your presentation very effective and also good first impression. And the last point is give it a rest. Sometime what you can do, you must let the screen go on black on certain occasions. By doing so, what will happen? So your audience will not only get a visual break, but it is also an effective way to focus attention more on verbally focused give and take, such as group discussion, some interaction, interactive sessions, etc. Right? So sometime while presenting it, you should give small breaks, right? So that they can talk, discuss and come out with good points, right? So this was the first topic. So the next topic is basic elements of a slide. So the first is background. So what is background? You know that it is a base of a slide on which you keep various elements like title, image, charts, etc. Right? So it can be modified. You can give some colors, textures, whatever you want to give. Next is title. Every slide would be having some title. Then on the basis of that title, there would be a body text. So third point is body text. It is the main content that you put on your slide in the form of bullet points, numbering points, right? Then is footer. That footer is the text that appears on almost all the slides, right? It shows the slide number, theme, right? Then date and time. So it is the date and time. It is displayed at the bottom of a slide. This is optional. You can set it and update it automatically or delete it. So it's up to you. Then you can add a slide number, right? So if you see, this is a slide with all the basic elements, right? So it's having title. It is having this sky blue color background. This is having the text, all the body text. Then it is having date and time. This is a footer. This footnote would be appearing on almost all the slides. So you can format it. You can give it a font, a color and style, everything, right? And then it is a slide number, right? So these are the basic elements that you always include in almost all the slides, right? So some of the things are optional, that like date and time, footer and slide number. So these are optional, but it is good to put in your slide. So students, that's it for today. So see you in the next video with more useful information. Till then, take care, goodbye, and God bless you all.